Howdy folks, hope you're all having a great weekend and welcome to Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. It's the first computer role-playing game set in the Warhammer 40,000 universe developed by Owlcat Games. And if you're familiar with any of their previous titles, and we're mostly talking about the Pathfinder series here, you'll have some idea of what to expect. A ferociously complex and complicated and deeply involving role-playing game similar to games like Divinity Original Sin, or going back far enough, games like Baldur's Gate. Except with bolt guns and chainswords and Sisters of Battle. Oh yes. So what exactly is a Rogue Trader anyway? Well, Rogue Trader was actually the name of the original edition of Warhammer 40,000, which was not the Warhammer 40,000 that we all know today, the tabletop wargaming system. Instead, it was actually a role-playing game. Except, you used miniatures, because Games Workshop had to sell you something aside from the rulebook. And the basic idea was that you would play a rogue trader, an Imperial agent who was given a void ship, a writ of passage, a contingent of troops, and sent out to explore beyond the inhabited regions of Imperial space, beyond the range of the Astronomicon, to basically cause trouble and see what was out there. That sounds like a really good idea for a role-playing game, because it was a role-playing game, and it is again now, thanks to Owlcat Games. The rogue trader that you play in this case has recently risen to the head of their family following the death of their mother, something that you will actually play through in the full release of the game. Bear in mind this is just an alpha, and the alpha actually starts at the beginning of Chapter 2. And like an idiot, I just dived straight in, didn't I? Christopher Columbus didn't need directions, and neither do I. Actually, he kind of did. He thought he was in India. Never mind. Let's just do this. I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? The game begins... Well, that's not true. The game actually began 15 levels earlier. The alpha begins at the beginning of Chapter 2, when you have just arrived on the planet of Footfall via your shuttle, disembarking from your void ship, where as the new head of your trading family you have to present yourself to the local governor. So, yeah, after a brief discussion with your crew on the bridge of your ship, the alpha begins here. And this is an alpha, of course, so this is not a review, because I haven't played it nearly enough to form a complete opinion, although first impressions are very, very good. And it is an alpha, and it wouldn't be fair to review an alpha. Nevertheless, you can get some idea of the sort of thing that you can expect. And honestly, most of you are probably already sold, because it's a computer role-playing game, and it's Warhammer 40,000. You probably already know whether or not you're going to be into this. But is it a good computer role-playing game? Well, it is an Owlcat Games RPG, and they have done some really good stuff before, the Pathfinder series. So if Rogue Trader is at least as good as Pathfinder, but with Warhammer 40,000, it's hard to see how this can fail. Oh, that's a good start. Awesome. Straight into combat. Fantastic. So, what happened there, if you were listening to me waffling on and not actually paying attention, was, well, clearly it was an ambush. But it was an ambush that we could have avoided if we'd arrived incognito instead of officially. Because I was given that choice. I mean, technically, officially, as the head of a brand new Rogue Trader family, well, it's not a brand new Rogue Trader family, but I am the brand new head, following the death of my mother in Chapter 1, which isn't playable in the alpha. But you are officially supposed to make an official arrival and present yourself officially to the local head of government. But it does give you the choice to not do that, and instead sneak on board the station, not announce your presence, and scope out the lay of the land. Now, there are pros and cons to both approaches, politics and all that, but right now we're focusing on combat. And here's where I ran into my first problem, because I have no idea what's going on. Of course I don't, I've just started playing. There is an alpha guide, by the way, which I didn't bother reading because Christopher Columbus didn't need instructions, and neither do I. Reading the alpha guide is probably highly recommended, because you're kind of in the same situation here. As somebody who's just bought, for example, a World of Warcraft subscription, but they can't be bothered with all of that levelling up, so they just buy a character boost to level 70. And Blizzard are entirely happy to sell you a character boost to level 70. But you suddenly have an entire screen full of action buttons and you have no idea what any of them do. So that's pretty much the situation that you find yourself in right here at the beginning of the alpha. So please do read the alpha guide. Although it's not strictly necessary. I mean, as you can see, the tooltips do provide very detailed descriptions of what each ability does, but there are still certain things that are going to be a mystery, for example. Like, I'm seeing things that are telling me I'll gain momentum if I do this. What the hell's momentum? I mean, I don't know. Yeah. So, you should probably read the alpha guide. I'm struggling along without the benefit of having read it though. And a couple of things have become apparent. Let's see if we can give you an example. So, my tech priest there is getting shot at, but he's in good cover, so most of these shots are missing. What's this fella up to? There we go. Did you see that? They fired at my rogue trader with an automatic burst, and it missed the rogue trader, but bullets don't stop just because they miss whatever you aimed them at. They keep going until they hit something. And they hit my battle sister, Sister Argenta, there at the back of the pack. I'm kind of reminded of that background scene that was going on, I think during Mass Effect 3, where a Terran Marine gunnery sergeant is trying to explain to a bunch of Marine gunners that the slugs fired by the capital ship railguns weigh like half a ton and are accelerated up to a significant portion of the speed of light. And they will keep going, basically forever, until they hit something with the force of a nuclear detonation. So no, you don't just eyeball it, you aim these things. Although in this case, even a shot that misses can and often will hit something that you'd rather it didn't. Assuming you're the one being shot at. Right, so I've moved my rogue trader into cover and I'm starting to pick off some of these bad guys with her auto gun, which is a posh Warhammer 40,000 way of saying some kind of assault rifle. I'm trying to figure out what all of these abilities do, and thankfully they're all very, very good tooltips, but I appear to have exhausted all of my options on my rogue trader, so I'm going to have to end her turn. Now it's the turn of the ship's Psyker, Adira. Check out this lightning arc ability. It's very, very dangerous and it costs 3 action points. And when I say dangerous, I'm meaning more than one way, because it says it will chain to up to 4 targets within a 3-cell range. And those targets can be on your side. Right? For example, if you've got one guy surrounded by 3 enemies, the lightning arc will hit him as well as the 3 enemies, up to 4 targets. Friendly fire is very definitely a thing in this game. Be real careful when you're shooting into close combat, and you definitely don't want to spray and pray. Let's have a look. She's also on with a sniper rifle. Hang on a minute, where's the leader of the bad guys? There we go. If I can take him out, because he's... okay, well, not even close really. He's hit and he's hurt, but he's definitely not dead. What's this? Foreboding, a dodge and parry bonus. I'm going to put that on Abelard here. He's kind of like a tank. I'm not entirely sure what his backstory is. It is there available for you to read if you so choose. But he's very effective in melee. More missed shots. More missed shots. Missed shots are good when they're incoming. What are these guys up to? Ooh. Look like they're armed with shotguns. They are. And it's destroyed the cover that my rogue trader was sheltering behind. Now it's the turn of Sister Argenta, member of the Adeptus Sororitas, the Sisters of Battle. So she's on with a bolt gun. You see, that Warhammer ability restores momentum. I don't even know what momentum is. I mean, the tooltips are good, but it probably does help to read the alpha guide. Momentum is apparently a good thing. Let's see, where can I move her to? Who can she actually hit with aimed shots? Guy's in pretty good cover there. Yeah. I probably shouldn't be spraying around with a bolt gun while there's a member of the team standing right in front of her. Let's move her up into, well, it's not great cover, but you can auto-fire with the bolt gun as well, so let's do that. We'll target the guy in front and then let rip. He's down, one behind him's down, another one behind him is down as well. Awesome, great start. It is a bolt gun, after all. I mean, it's the weapon the Space Marines use, so yeah, very effective. I think it basically fires 40mm rockets, or something like that. I mean, it's a seriously nasty gun. I've used a second wind and shoot on the run ability to get a second burst off. I targeted the leader at the back there, completely missed him, but did take out at least one more of the thugs. Now, is there anything else I can do? Because I don't think there is. She's completely out of both action and movement points. Yeah. Okay, next. Here they come. That guy has a big axe. Oh shit, that looked like it hurt. Now it's the turn of Cassia, the ship's navigator. She's an astropath. Hence the doesn't get out much look. So what can she do? Anyone gazing at it with depth witnesses the power. Oh yeah, that's a sort of cone attack, and she's standing at the back, so I don't want to do that. Move, move, move. Target someone and give them additional movement points based on her fellowship. Cassia is basically a leader character. She has a lot of abilities that can provide buffs and benefits to the rest of the group. She's also armed with a sniper rifle, but right now I'm going to use this go, go, go ability, and I'm centering it on Adira, the Psyker here. And it will affect all allies within a 4-tile range and give them extra movement equal to Cassia's fellowship bonus. I don't actually know what Cassia's fellowship bonus is, but it's given Sister Argenta the ability to use the second wind skill and the shot on the run ability. Controlled burst, 1 action point. Yeah, we can do that.
As the Emperor commands, I
have some of this. Yeah, nice. So, now what? I mean, I still don't really know what most of these buttons do. I'm just kind of, you know, eyeballing it. Military Excellence has refreshed her action points. She's going to get a shot. Let's take this guy out, because he has shots at her. Although, maybe? Dash, 1 action point. Yeah, Sister Argenta is kind of exposed there, and on very low health. So, no, I don't want to end the turn. I can still do things with her. Let's leg it back here. Take cover behind Adira, and she still has 3 action points. Unfortunately, I mean, there's a 50-50 chance we're actually going to hit this armoured thug, because he is in partial cover behind the masonry there. And surely, although perhaps I should, there's only a 41% chance of hitting the leader. 50-50 chance, 3 times in a row. Surely I'm going to hit him. Come on. No. Oh, burst fire just became available. This is actually a very, very bad idea, because I'm trying to take that lot out. And shit, I was standing right behind Adira when I opened up on full auto with a bolt gun, didn't? Oh shit. Okay, don't worry, this is fine. This is fine. Adira now also benefits from the Go 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 ability, although I'm not seeing what I can actually do other than try to get her into some kind of cover, and we will need to take care of that armoured guy hiding behind the support column, because he's the only one who has a direct shot at Adira now. Abelard's up next, and he's on with a power wall. Now remember, this is not actually Abelard's turn. This is still Navigator Cassia's turn. We're just spending the movement points that she granted everybody around her by using the Go 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 ability. So I'm moving Abelard up to the armoured thug in the corner so that he can deal with him on his turn. it's still Cassia's actual turn now, and she is also armed with a sniper rifle, so we'll have an aimed shot at the leader, unfortunately. Nearly, but didn't quite kill him. And that seems to be everything that I can do with Cassia. She's completely out of action points. Next, it's Abelard. So he did take a bit of damage, I think, from the shotgun blast earlier. Actually, a couple of shotgun blasts. So, endure. You know what? Let's just heal up the damage and use his medkit.
The healing is much.
So that's used 2 as action points. He's got 2 remaining. So I need to deal with that guy on the corner, because Adira, the Psyker up ahead, is in decent cover from everybody other than this guy. So, okay, I need to be actually standing in the cell next to him. But that's fine. We have unused movement tactics. And now we're going to smack him in the face with the power move. And it very nearly killed him, but also knocked him back. Unfortunately, I think Abelard is now out of options. He's got no movement left after using that strike. Bugger. Anything else he can do? Endure. All incoming attacks deal less damage? Yeah, we'll go ahead and use that. And that's basically it for Abelard. Now it's round 2. Adira could be in a lot of trouble. What are these guys up to? They're drawing melee weapons and continuing to shoot at my rogue trader. This fella, ducking into cover, thankfully. He's not going for Adira. He whipped out his shotgun. He missed Cassia, but he hit Sister Argenta, who is on very, very low health. So it's back to my tech priest, Pascal. Having a look at his abilities. I really do need to get Sister Argenta healed up. I need to keep that bolt gun in the fight. I'm just checking out what Tech Priest Pascal can do. You know what? He can shoot. He is armed with a plasma gun. So let's do that. And he's missed. Damn it. Target the weakness. All allies gain half the benefits of his... What's this? Study enemies. Yeah. We'll go ahead and do that. That's going to give everybody... Basically, it's like in Warhammer 40k Chaos Gate Demon Hunters, inflicting the vulnerability status. They're now going to take... They're going to be easier to hit, and they'll take more damage when they get hit. They're determined to put my rogue trader down, though. Thankfully, they're missing. I mean, she was in cover, and then the shotgun blast in the previous phase destroyed the cover. So, let's see. Ah, there it is. Frag grenade. Crack grenade's great for dealing with armoured enemies. Frag grenades, everything else. Boom, headshot. They'll also hurt armoured enemies, they just won't do as much damage. So, second wind. We're going to pop that, and then shot on the run. Where are we going to move to? I think... Actually, yeah, let's not take any risk. Let's tuck ourselves into cover there. Who can we shoot at now? Got nice clear lines of fire for the burst fire mode on the autogun, but the chances of hitting the targets at the other side were low because of range, and over here they're low because of cover penalties. What to do? What to do? I mean, she's pretty safe there, at least until they come around the corner with power axes. Second wind ability. Gains an action point. There we go, 2 action points. Aimed shot or burst fire? We'll go for the burst fire. She might... Oh, she did. Nice. Oh, very nice. Yeah. Happy with that. And she gained momentum. And now I still don't know what momentum is. I'm sure it's not that important. Although I think there are some abilities that can only be used when you have a certain amount of momentum, so maybe it is important. Just trying to take that leader out. Nah, missed again. We've got one more aimed shot. Come on. Nope, missed again. Right. Oh wait, we've got another one. What's this? Controlled burst just lit up. Only costs 1 action point. Yeah. Yeah, why not? Go for it. Yeah, throw enough shit at the wall, some of it's gonna stick. I think Control Burst may be one of those abilities that only activates once you have enough momentum. I don't know. I didn't read the alpha guide. And let's move her into some form of cover. She still has a shot, which misses. Again, cover penalties. Still has another shot. Whatever. I've got nothing else to shoot at. And it missed. She has another shot. Look at all of these action points. You'd think at some point she would hit something. Sounded like that shot actually hit something back over there. 45% chance of a hit. Nope. Do I really want to fire a burst? Oh, no, I don't. Oh, crap. Yeah. Did it again, didn't I? I will learn the hard way or the easy way. And it's probably going to be the hard way, but I will learn. Right, Adira is now up, and she's in a beautiful position. Although I'm probably going to want to heal myself first. Although she doesn't appear to have a medkit. Lightning Arc would be a bad idea, because it would arc around and hit Abelard. So, what can we do here? What can we do? Not an awful lot. Foreboding, a dodge and parry bonus. Yep. I think that sounds good. Given the amount of health that Adira actually has, due to completely unavoidable accidents with bolt gun burst fire, dodge and parry bonuses are very, very good at this point. Particularly since these two surviving thugs are shooting at her. Speaking of completely unavoidable bolt gun auto fire incidents, Sister Argenta. Now, I'm going to move her up to, well, as far as I can, here, in order to try to negate the cover bonuses that this guy has. Still only a 50% chance of scoring a hit, which of course misses. I'm getting the impression that cover bonuses are seriously overpowered in this game. You can get somebody into good cover, they're basically bulletproof unless somebody targets them with an area of effect ability that destroys both their cover and hits them. Back to Navigator Cassia. I'm really liking this move ability, but it does cost 3 action points, and she does also have a sniper rifle, so there's 1 down. Still has a bunch of action points. 6 momentum gain and 1 bonus action point, based on the Leader's Fellowship bonus. Let's do that to Sister Argenta, who now gets another shot with a bolt gun. 50% chance of hitting him. 95% chance of hitting him. Will hit him. You see what I mean about the cover penalties? That guy is so much closer, and he's only just in cover. But the cover bonus afforded by that makes him basically unhittable. Either that or I'm just getting really, really unlucky. How about now? It's only gone up to 57%. Good enough though. Throw enough shit at the wall, eventually some of it's going to stick. Cassia still has... well, actually, she only has the 1 action point. Get back in the fight. No. Voice of command. Can't do it on yourself. You know what? We're done. Abelard, off you go. With your big axe. Yeah, you have to actually move to the adjacent cell, so we'll do that, and then we'll hit him. Well, it's not an axe, is it? It's a big club. Nemesis Force Club. Power Maul. Boom. Gotcha. Is that it? That's it. That's everybody. So that was quite a reception. I turn up on footfall, announce myself officially as the new head of my Rogue Trader family, and they try to assassinate me. Yes, that's right, they shot your boss. How are we going to respond to this? Stop quivering, unwashed worm, and answer me. Who would dare to attempt such an outrageous attack? Yeah, the Anvers, we got that. You know what? Piss off and tell your boss I'm here. You are beginning to bore me with your blubbering and snivelling. And that, kids, that was the first 25 minutes or so of the alpha of Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. I had mostly no idea what I was doing, but I had a lot of fun, doing it. I mean, like I said, it doesn't help that the alpha starts you off at level 15 with a whole bunch of abilities that you've never seen before and have no idea what they do. Even if the game does give you very, very good and detailed tooltips, but there are certain game concepts that you're not going to understand, like momentum, for example, just from reading a tooltip. So I should probably go back, I'll save my progress here, go back and read that alpha guide, so that in the next video I do at least have a small idea of what it is that I'm actually doing. And hopefully we'll get better results. Although those certainly weren't bad results. It looks like everybody automatically heals back up to full at the end of combat, which is nice, and we got all kinds of lovely, lovely loot. Most of which will probably not be too valuable, but we could trade it. The game is called Rogue Trader after all, and I think I saw a chainsword in there, and I think Abelard's going to be having that. So, yeah, that was the first 25 minutes or so of the alpha of Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader by Owlcat Games. Very impressed with what I've seen so far. It's remarkably polished for an alpha, and I hope you enjoyed watching it, because that's it for today. Have yourselves a great weekend, and as always, be pure, be vigilant, behave.
Is for the weak.